Toy-Addicts. This is Jody.
And Rayvon.
And we went to some estate sale, or we went to an estate sale today and Goodwill. And we got a ton of stuff, a lot of Halloween stuff, a lot of vintage Halloween stuff. We got some pretty cool stuff. We thought you might want to see it. You want to show your first major thing here?
This is really heavy. It's made out of, I don't know what.
It's probably plaster, I think.
Yeah, maybe so, plaster, yeah. But it's, you can see that. It's got a really neat little Halloween look onto it. It's got like a snake and a skeleton and
angel. It almost looks like a headstone, like a Celtic headstone or something.
Yeah.
There's a spider down here and an angel.
Not a real one.
No.
Okay. I don't like spiders.
She freaks out.
Is there one in my hair?
There's no spiders in your hair.
Are you sure? I get real freaked out sometimes. She does. But I thought this was super cool. I love Halloween. I got tons and tons of Halloween stuff, and it was only $3.
$3.
Couldn't pass it
It's
up.
pretty good because some of the stuff at the sale is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But that was good for that. So.
Okay. Gonna put that down here.
A little pro tip for estate sales, though. Sometimes when you find stuff without tags on it, if you take it up when they're really busy checking people out, they'll give you a cheaper price.
Yeah, that's what happened. I think with that, there was no price tag on it.
Yeah,
And I said,
I got one or two things that probably would have been marked $10 or $15, and it was like $2, $3 because.
And I went to the cash only guy right before I go out, and he's like, "Yeah, $3, whatever." I'm going to show you some things that Bree picked up. She paid $8 for this. It's definitely not retro, but it sure is.
It's retro. It's not vintage.
Yeah, it's retro looking. It's definitely not vintage, but it's really cute. It's supposed to be, I'm sure, a trick-or-treat basket, you know, like what they might use back in the day. But she paid $8 for that. But if you went to Michael's or someplace that sells Halloween stuff, it'd still probably be $20 or $30. So
It's from Home Goods.
Yeah, Home Goods. So yeah, it's pretty cute. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely like sort of reproduced from some vintage ones. Of course, that was metal, and the vintage ones would have been like cardboard and paper.
This is something she found at that garage sale too.
This I thought was super cute. It's like an advertising poster for
hold
this
it.
company, Dean's Ice Cream. But if you look close at the picture, it's like cats that are pirates. Come this way some. There you go. Cats that are pirates, and they've discovered ice cream in their treasure. So it's pretty cute. It's probably 60s. So
It says, "Oh, your ice cream dreams come true." Oh. Okay, so Bree found that one too. She was telling a little story about how she was looking through stuff, and some lady came up behind her, and she's just kind of trying to push her out of the box, and you know, so you can't look. And we were discussing that about how, you know, you're very involved looking at something, and people come up, "Oh, excuse me," you know, and they just kind of, and so I'm sorry, but I'm starting to go, as soon as I'm done here, you can look at this. But it's like some people are very forward. They just kind of, "Excuse me," and they just push you out of the way. Well,
sometimes you got to jostle for your place to be able to look at things that you want to look at. All right, so the next thing that I found this was just plastic decorations, and it's called Hip Cat. So it's just this cute little cat, and it's kind of open, so I'm going to pull one out and show you. It's just this cute little cat with a little pumpkin. He's a hip cat.
oh my gosh, I didn't see that.
And
More of
I
that?
saw it first, so you don't get it.
Wow.
And then I got a whole bunch of these like paper wall decor die cuts. I thought this one was kind of cute because it had headstones and that freaky cat. And that was $1. I paid $1 for several of those.
So there is definitely different levels of Halloween decor. The little cutesy stuff you might have around because you have little kids. You don't want to scare them to death. The more retro things, kind of like this, that are still not super scary, but they get the point across. It's Halloween. And there's things like this that are more of a modern take on antiquated things. Cute, little scary. But Bree found this. She said, I thought you might like this. And I said, yes, $5. So, but then there's the real super scary stuff. So, you know, they're just all different levels of things. So like that little purse thing I showed you, the heavy little thing, that's more on the more scary stuff.
I mean, it's not gory. But...
No, I'm not into the gory though, not really. I mean the knives that have blood running through them, I'm not into.
Here's another one of the wall decor, just a witch. And I think it's, I'm not sure what's in her cauldron here. It almost looks like a little lobster? Sticking out. I don't think that's what it's meant to be, but that's what it looks like. And then there was a werewolf.
He's cool. You never see werewolves.
No,
that is
don't
cool.
see him very much.
Just dressed so well as well.
Yeah, I know. He is dressed
shirt.
well. Paisley shirt, fancy watch.
He has a watch on too?
He does.
Is it a fit watch?
It's not a Fitbit, no.
Not tracking his bites?
He's not tracking. I mean, he could be, but... And then this kind of goofy looking witch, but I thought she was cool because she's with the moon and she's on her broom and she's got the cat that's freaked out there.
And witches should always have big long noses with a big old wart on the end of it, big old wart chins, and green. Okay, so I found these. I found actually 3 bundles of these. There's 9 or 10 to a bundle. I think there's 10. And got it for 99 cents at Goodwill. So I think what they're doing is they're putting some of the stuff out that came in right at the end of everything, and that maybe is the first things they're bringing out. And I'm sure this was something maybe from Target. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, so we don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters, but the ones we get, they always get special stuff. We always do something that's special. We always have little bags for them that have maybe a little toy in it, has candy in it. So, and I seen these, and so they're each going to get one of these with some little toys in it, some little candies in it. So, there you go.
And then I got 2 of these Santa Claus. This is all, it's like a shiny red. I think you can tell that. And then his beard and all his little details are actually glittered. And this is pretty big. I think these are pretty cool, and they were $1 each. There's 2 of them that are the same.
Those are cool.
And then I got a haunted house.
It's a scary one. There's a ghost in there.
There's a ghost in there. There's some skulls. You can see eyes looking out the windows. It was a fun one.
So they have these bags for 99 cents.
That was a Goodwill.
Classic reusable. Yeah, Goodwill thing. 99 cents, I think. Did you get any of them?
I didn't get one.
Okay, Bree got one that was,
a Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, Frankenstein.
With sunglasses on.
But it's a nice heavy canvas bag. I like the long handle on it. I thought, I can just use that when we get closer to Halloween. Just throw them off, wrap in there like a purse. So I like it.
I don't remember picking this one up, but she is pretty cute. This little witch on a broom.
Oh man, I like her face.
She's got a nice bump on the nose there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Bump. That's cherry bump.
And then I also got this, it's like a garland, but it's Santa Claus's.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yes.
So like some of them are winking.
Oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
is so cute.
It's pretty cute.
This looks a little retro for real, don't you think?
It might be.
Just the way it's made. You know, it says made in USA. Yeah,
Might be.
there you go. Made in USA. When have they
Yeah.
made things like this in the USA?
It might be 80s, maybe.
Maybe. That's pretty
Yeah,
cute.
it's not super old, I don't
No,
think. It's
not
in too good
super
a shape.
old, but it's definitely,
Older.
yeah, older, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And I found at the Goodwill these towels. Didn't actually open them up. Let's see. I kind of had a feeling what they look like, but I'll open it all the way up now and see. Maybe these are a little on the scarier side. What are you seeing? Skulls?
Skulls and bats. Pumpkins. Witches' hats.
Oh, I like that.
Pretty cute.
Yeah. 2 of them for $2.99. Good deal.
That was again at Goodwill.
Yep. Cool.
And then I got, so this sale, they advertised a lot of this vintage Halloween stuff. And they had stuff there that was definitely like 30s, 40s, maybe even older. Some of that stuff was like $200 and $300 though. So couldn't even touch that. But we weren't the first ones in the door. So a lot of that stuff was also snapped up right away. There was a lot of people at the sale, and a lot of people were all about the Halloween stuff. But when I did first walk in, over by the cash wrap area, they had a box that I don't think a lot of people saw, because they had a room upstairs that was the Halloween stuff. And so I don't think a lot of people saw this box, and I think that's why I was able to find some of the stuff that I found. So I paid $15 for this, but there are actually 8 of these. So they are witches on brooms. But definitely vintage. But there's 8 of them, and I paid $15. So
It looks like there's a little 5-cent thing, like they originally sold for 5 cents a piece.
yeah, so
Yeah, they're
really
just
neat.
well taken care of.
they don't have. Yeah, there's so
Were
many
never
of them.
used.
They either were never used. They probably got put, in a box somewhere and never got touched. And then I also got some other ones that are kind of, I got this little kitty, this flocked kitty cat. I thought it was cute. That was $1.50. This one I thought was really neat. It's a witch stirring her cauldron. The cauldron has, and it's hooked together right now. So, wait, it goes around this way. The cauldron has the honeycomb on it.
Very cool.
Oops. So that was pretty awesome. And then this is one of the ones that didn't have a tag on it, and they only ended up charging me $2 for it. But it's supposed to, it sits flat, but then when it's supposed to be like a stand-up.
It's dimensional.
So it's dimensional like this.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. That's really old too.
Yeah, this is
Super
definitely
old.
an old one. I like the little gravestone and the ghost in front of the moon. So that was a cool one, and that was a good find.
Okay. Talk about that little guy
Oh
since you
yeah,
found
I
it.
found this one. This was also up there, and it was just, it's like a lantern, but it's definitely old, I would say anyway. and it's metal. It might even be handmade. I don't know. It's just very interesting and very cute the way that it's made, but a very cool old Halloween collectible. And that was only $3.
Oh, I'm going to talk about that one too. I'll get something ready over here. A surprise.
Oh. This is actually sealed up. This is like a hanging lantern thing. You want me to open it?
Oh, yeah. I take everything out of the box itself. Sorry. I play with my things. I play with my toys.
So it's one of these kind of lanterns. And it has a moon on it there. Isn't that cool? Moon and stars. Okay.
Oh, I didn't see it. I see it. Yeah, I love anything with moons on.
Okay, what she was preparing over there.
Okay, first of all, just want you to kind of keep these low for a minute.
Oh, okay. It's a secret.
There's surprises coming. You can take a little more of this over that way too. Okay, and I'll tell you.
You're showing your surprises. But
I'll tell you when. But first of all, I want to just show you something that I found. They're just some kind of joke. Glasses. They were silly. But for this next thing, should I shut the light off for this?
No.
No, can't shut the light off?
I mean, I guess you could reach up and it's not going to make it dark as you want to, though, I don't think.
That's true. It's still daylight out here, so.
While she's figuring that out, here was my next find. It's this skeleton. He's kind of a swingy guy, and he's playing the guitar, and I love that there's actually a witch on the guitar. This has got to be 60s. And we went dark. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Ooh. Pretty cool, Jody, huh?
Swingy skeleton lights.
You like these guys, Jody? Huh?
Oh, she's got her glasses on too. Oh boy.
Dancing skeletons. Let's see if we can see things better with the light on. I don't know if we can. Okay. So they have little lights in them. But you know what?
Dancing skeleton lights.
They were making noise before, I thought. Maybe not.
No, that was the other one.
Oh, okay. All right, well, there you go. You seen that?
One of the things I got is one of these little Chick Publications books, and it's like a little comic, but it tells you about like the dangers of Halloween and how maybe you shouldn't celebrate Halloween. To each their own, I think. And then I got this mask.
Whoa.
Which I thought was kind of cool.
That's old.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
really
an
old.
old one. And then I got this little cat, but this is embossed. I don't know if you can tell from the light, but it has embossing. So that was a neat one. I got a little package of some vintage treat bags. They don't really have anything special on the back, but there's a set of treat bags there. Do you want to show yours?
Sure. So this was another Goodwill find, though. Again, some of that stuff right from last season. Whoops.
Oops.
It's supposed to be like a bunting. You want to stretch
felt.
it out? Made from felt. Yeah, kind of.
Pretty cute.
Felted thing. It's got little candy corn and ghosts and pumpkins, and there's twice as much in here. It's really long. But I don't know that I'll really use it because, again, I like some cutesy stuff, but I'm a little more not super cutesy. But I do know people that really like cutesy kind of Halloween, so this might end up being a gift to somebody.
And this was just a little instruction booklet for Miro cookie cutters. So they're recipes for these Halloween shaped cookie cutters. I didn't get the cookie cutters. I just got the little instruction book. You know how I like the little instruction books and stuff. And then I got, let's see, let me show you this one first. This spider that goes on the wall, and he's got a honeycomb in here, so he's a big fold-out spider.
He looks 70s.
We actually used to have one of these.
Yeah. He's probably from the 70s,
Yeah, probably. And then I got this witch here. She has a cat on her broom. That was a cute one. And then this little haunted house is probably 80s. It's a little table decoration, so it's got the honeycomb that comes out. You see that, little ghosts and a witch on the moon there. Let me show you next thing.
Yes, at Goodwill I got for 99 cents these really cute little, they're called napkin servettes. They're just little tiny like cocktail napkins that size, but they're little bats. 99 cents.
And then this, I think, is probably along the same lines of that pumpkin. There's probably a gal dressed as a witch. She's kind of dancing, I guess.
Let me see the front of her. Oh, that's old. That is old.
So she's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's really old though. Again at Goodwill, they have for 99 cents. They have, and I asked the guy, I said, "Are these supposed to be like little shopping bags?" So I think that's what it. They said, "Yeah." And then the other one said, "I don't know." So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So you fold it out, and oh, there's even more on the bag. I thought it was probably just a purple bag. So it's got a little witch on it. And you can pull that up, I guess, like so. And, you know, when you're out and about this Halloween season, you need just a little extra bag for something. There you go.
Fits in your purse.
Fits in your purse. Isn't that cute? Super cute.
And then I got this little decoration. Maybe it's like a candy box or something. It's kind of small, but it's a Santa Claus on his sleigh. Definitely 50s, I would say, just by the style of the sleigh there.
I didn't even see a lot of this stuff she picked up.
And then this is just another one of those little chick books. And I got a vintage Halloween banner that's 7 feet long. And you can kind of see in the picture there what it looks like. And you can see the letters there. They're like bones. I'd say this is probably 80, well, definitely 80s probably, because it's got a barcode, and they started doing that in the late 70s or early 80s. So
it's wrote on there the price, $3.09. So yeah.
Yeah, probably 80s. But it's still pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then a non-Halloween thing that I found was a Lisa Frank stationery set. And it has the stationery, it's got envelopes, it's got stickers, and then it looks like some fold-out souvenir.
Okay, and I also found this. So, I want you to look at this, and if you have any idea what you think it might be, leave a comment to Jody and tell her what you think this is.
Okay, pause the video now and leave a comment before she tells you to see if you can figure it out. Okay, we'll wait.
We're waiting.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So you can see in the back that it looks like it was attached to something. Being a child of the 50s, a teenager of the 60s, I know exactly what this was. This was a speaker for the drive-in theater that you hung on your car window. And I did have dates that forgot to take it out of the window and busted out their window. 2 different dates. The boys did. Expensive date for them. Woo. Anyway, but yeah, it was just the cover to that speaker, and there was a little knob to turn it up or down. But you can see there's little things here where it's screwed into the rest of the little amplifiers.
It's a pretty cool find.
Yeah. But it was $5, but I'm going to probably just mount it on just a piece of board or something and put it in my Elvis Presley shelf.
I also found a few other Sanrio Hello Kitty style things. This is Bad Bats Maru, and it's just a little container. It might have held sauce in a bento box or something, but it did have inside it, there's this little ring that has this little guy, and I think it like, oh my god, maybe you have to
there you
it.
go. Oh,
there it goes. It works. So that's just kind of I really got it just for the little Bats Maru container. And then there's also a Puchaco. I'm not sure. But this cute little Sanrio dog. It's an address book, which isn't not the most popular thing anymore, I guess, but it's still pretty cute.
Okay, and a few other things I found, just oddball things. This was at the Goodwill too. It's only a 150-piece puzzle. I love putting puzzles together, but I love 500. I can usually do a 500 in one evening. 1,000.
One
week
evening?
later.
No, it's more than one evening. You can do a 300 in one evening.
Okay. Well, I wanted to do this for sure in one evening. This is 150. It's never been opened, but I just thought it was very interesting. If you can see the picture that's on that.
Artwork is interesting.
It's like little robots or something, futuristic robots. I thought it was cute. I can't wait to put it together.
And then I got this, he's not in the best shape, but it's a skeleton candle. I thought he was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Looks like he's maybe melted a little bit, but he was very cool. And then this person was not only into Halloween stuff, but they were also into like anime and stuff. And so I got some Ultraman. I don't really know anything about Ultraman, but these are like DVD sets. Ultraman DVD sets. And I got some Ultraman laser stickers.
Oh, I seen those downstairs.
I got a bunch of the different DVDs though. I'll definitely put these on eBay. I don't know what they'll go for, but I thought they were cool. And they were only $1 each, so. And this cool postcard of the Cadillac Ranch, which is a spot in Texas where they have buried Cadillacs standing up, and people go and graffiti on it. It's encouraged for people to go and put graffiti on it.
And they're very retro Cadillacs. They're
all 59 Cadillacs, I think.
Are they all of one
I think
year?
so, yeah.
Oh, 59 was a neat year.
There's another Ultraman. And another Ultraman. And then, did you have another thing?
Well, I don't know if anybody knows what Bree's been doing in her backyard. She's been building tiki hut. So she's got it almost all done. She just needs to put a gutter on the backside. But, because she built it right next to her shed. So, but I just found these little drink charms. And they're like a pineapple, a palm tree, surfboard, things like that. So they're kind of cute. Again, at Goodwill for like $2.99. I might actually make her a banner that she can put up in her tiki hut, and those might be part of the decoration on it.
The next thing that I found was this Peanuts little, it's like a utensil set. So you have your fork and spoon and your chopsticks. So that was pretty cute.
Are you kidding? Let's see. Oh my goodness. So cool.
Oh, one more Ultraman.
Jeez.
So these were, there's definitely maybe 4 DVDs in these sets, and they were $1, so that was good. I picked up a couple of cassette tapes. This is REM. Ooh. This one is the Presidents of the United States of America. They have a lot of fun songs. And I think I got one, or I did get one more. This one is New Order. I'm not a new wave person, but I'm going to send this to Creaties. I think he'll appreciate it. And then I got just a cute little Valentine card. And I think the very last thing is this interesting pair of Converse. And they're used. I think someone will be interested in them. They're purple with these velvet bunnies on them.
Yeah. And
then inside it says bunnies are something never awesome. I can't read it.
Where are you seeing that? I didn't see in this one.
Here?
Oh.
Does this one not have it? No, this one doesn't have it.
Oh, it says more than that. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotta pull some of the strings.
There's a picture of a person. Who do you think that's supposed to be? In there. So I'm gonna have to do some research to figure out what's going on with these. They're definitely different and interesting. They don't have very much wear. They're way too small for me to wear, but someone will like them on eBay.
Bunnies are never not awesome.
Bunnies are never not awesome. Oh, okay. So that was everything, you guys. It was a lot of stuff. We found a lot of stuff today. All that Halloween stuff was fun to find. And what was your favorite thing that you found?
Let's see.
I really
probably like that big cement.
Oh, the big
thing.
Like gravestone thing you showed at the beginning. I really like. There's a lot of the Halloween decor. I think I like that big banner though the best. The one that I found.
Well, it says
And
Halloween.
some of the witches, maybe the skeleton playing the guitar, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'll have a hard time getting selling some of these things because
they won't be sold. You won't attempt to sell them.
Some of them might not get sold because they're pretty cool. But what was your favorite thing that we found today?
Please leave a comment.
Or do you have any of this stuff? Did you have any of this stuff back in the day for your Halloween decor?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to check me out also on Instagram. You can look at my blog, toy-addict.com. If you like what I do and you want to support the channel for as little as $1 a month, you can go to my Patreon and become a patron.
I didn't know you had a Patreon. That's cool. No.
I have Patreon. I'll be happy to shout you out if you become a patron.
Ooh, I'm going to do it. So she should.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
And see you on the flip side.
Bye.